Hey y'all, welcome back to another What Else is Going On, aka We Go Podcast YouTube video. I'm your girl, your host, Taria. Let's get into some quick things before I get back on this road. First up, let's get into a little bit of Diddy news. This is according to TMZ. Cassie plans to testify against Diddy, not anonymously. Shaw, that was the topic of the title of the article. Article says Cassie plans on testifying during Diddy's upcoming trial, and it won't be anonymous. TMZ has confirmed. Victim one is prepared to testify under her own name during the upcoming trial, where Diddy will defend himself against charges of racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution. What are the charges in it? Okay, so racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution. Cassie is the person known as victim one. There are three other alleged victims who have requested their identities remain secret during the trial. Prosecutors say using pseudonyms instead of real names will prevent harassment and other adverse consequences for the alleged victims. Just last month, prosecutors in the case finally handed over the names of the three anonymous women to Diddy's legal team, so he's aware of who is leveling accusations against him. Wow. Cassie's identity has already become public because the indictment references a hotel beating video, obviously the one CNN published last year, then apparently destroyed the tape of. As you know, Diddy was arrested and charged in September of 2024, months after his home in Los Angeles and Miami were raided by federal agents. So he was arrested and charged in September. So he's been um, incarcerated since September. Wow, 8 months. He's currently locked up in MDC Brooklyn, a notorious federal prison, awaiting his trial, which is supposed to begin on May 5th, y'all. So less than 1 month away. Diddy has pleaded not guilty and he's denied all allegations of wrongdoings made against him. Y'all want me to cover that trial? I'm just kidding. I'll cover his sentencing if he's found guilty. When I say cover, meaning y'all want me to go up there, be in the room giving y'all, because y'all know I am your resident uh, Maryland slash YouTube journalist on the go. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, May 5th, and again, he's pled not guilty, and he's denied all allegations of wrongdoing made against him. Remember, Cassie originally sued Diddy in November of 2023 for R-ing her, abuse, and human trafficking. The two sides settled their lawsuit within days of the filing, though it seemingly opened the floodgates and led to numerous other lawsuits against the mogul. Diddy is going to, Cassie is going to testify. I do wonder who the other three. They said it was three, right? Yeah, three. There's three others. So it'll be Cassie and three other people testifying. Good, 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 good. We will definitely be following this case. She is not going to be in the thumbnail, but I just wanted to mention y'all saw Mia's post, right? If not, let's look at it together. This came out the other day. And I was going to talk about it. Then I just figured, let me just throw it in this video. Y'all see this? Her post. And she created her piece with a white heart. We love it here. Hashtag penthouse living. Hashtag ATL. Hashtag mama bear. I'm going to say something. I don't know if I believe that she moved there. I really don't. I think that why she ain't come out and say, and she created her piece, we love it here, new Atlanta resident. Mia is always giving people just enough to run with a headline. Y'all remember when she came out 2 seasons ago and said, when you get I'm paraphrasing, but like, when you receive the worst call of your life from the Johns Hopkins Cancer Center or something like that, people immediately ran with Mia Thornton announces she has cancer. Mia Thornton battling cancer. She never said that. She said she got a call from the cancer facility. But the narrative was ran with that she had it. She knew what she was doing to create that. Mia has done that more than one occasion. There's a lot of these housewives that do that. I don't know if I believe that she moved there. I could see her coming out saying, oh no, I rented a place there for when, because in that picture were all of her kids, beautiful kids. Her oldest son who's in Atlanta, and then her two that she says she has custody of, but they haven't been to court for a judge to even give her custody. Anyway, her and Gordon. But anyway, she says penthouse living. Is that a penthouse that you rent when you go? Is it an Airbnb? Like to me, unless Mia comes out and says something, and even then I'll be like, I don't really be believing her. I know that Giselle said it, but again, she could have been there a lot and renting an Airbnb. So somebody's like, oh, girl, she lives in Atlanta. I don't know. With Mia, nothing about her to me is trustworthy. So I don't believe that I won't believe she's officially moved there until she says it. Now, do y'all think that Mia has moved there based on her track record? Do y'all think Mia has moved to Atlanta? If so, would y'all want to see her a part of the Real Housewives of Atlanta? I'm telling you right now, for me, the answer is no. Y'all let me know. Next up, let's get into, okay, let me brace myself. Dr. Heavenly still talking. Now, recently, some news came out that, I'm sorry, this was from Mr. Housewives. I got this Mia's post from Mr. Housewives on Instagram. Recently, news had come out about Dr. Heavenly's son allegedly basically having an issue with some cops and some legal issues with the cops and like driving his car toward cops. And people are saying that's not him. There's more than one Damon Kimes, but other people, let me say it like Dr. Heavenly. But the people said that on the paperwork, it had her first address. That's what the people say. That ain't what I said. That's what the people say. Because, she loves to say that's what the people say. But they're saying that, no, it is him because the birthdays match up. Then people are saying it's not him. And people are saying, no, it is him because the paperwork has Dr. Heavenly's first address. I guess that she lived. I don't know. She's now come out and spoke on some other stuff. And the only reason I mention that because it's leading into this. She's now come out and spoken on some other stuff, specifically Contessa and Dr. Scott. And people are saying she's probably speaking on it to deflect the attention away from her son. People are speaking about her eldest son. And this is after the reunion, after her and Contessa somewhat kind of, So let's listen to what Heavenly has to say. I'm going to share it with y'all so y'all can see. I'm going to refresh it so we can hear it from the beginning.
I really don't. I know he ain't got no kids, but I'm saying I really don't think he cheat. I really don't. Contessa gaslight you and plays the victim. I'm surprised he didn't play the part about Scott. I guess because Scott been so silent, they really probably want them to come back. But now Scott called Quad about some woman he was at a hotel with. Quad admitted it. She said, he called me up and said, how do I keep this out of the blogs? Quad told him, listen, get your wife. The main thing you want to do is get your wife. And that's how we got in the conversation of she saying, I'm being miserable. Because my answer wouldn't have been your titties after she said I'm miserable. My answer would have been, you must be miserable because you done filed for divorce 3, 4, 6 times. You done filed for divorce at least 3 times that we know of. Allegedly. One time you lied on camera and did not file. You filed a year later when we wasn't even around. And then you canceled the divorce proceedings right before we started filming. A few months before we started filming. Per Simone. These are Simone's words. She looked it up. She said she got the Ask her. I don't think she'd lie about it. I don't think that. I really don't. I know he ain't got no kids, but I'm saying I really don't think he cheat. I really don't.
That's about Damon.
Contessa gaslight you and plays the victim. I'm surprised he didn't play the part about Scott. I guess because Scott been so silent.
So what she was saying in the beginning is she knows she ain't got no babies, but she really don't think Damon cheated. And then somebody had said Contessa gaslights you and plays the victim. Contessa gaslights and plays the victim. And Dr. Heavenly brings up, she's surprised they didn't play the part about Scott. Then she has more to say.
And Contessa was like, what? The answer wouldn't have been your titties after she said I'm miserable. My answer would have been, you must be miserable because you done filed for divorce 3, 4, 6 times. You know, I said, yes, that did happen. He called me and I told, and it looked like Contessa already knew. But Contessa was already pissed with Quad. That's why when he went backstage, looked like she was happy that Simone was saying these things to Quad because all that had already transpired. Quad backed it up. She was like, yes, he called me. It ain't no lie. why was Scott called Quad? This was years ago, though. This was maybe before the last season she was on. But he called her and said, you know what? These people saying they got some receipts on me that I was at a hotel room with this woman. How do I keep that from going to the vlogs? Quad said, I don't know this particular blogger, but go get your wife, explain to her what it is. So you get her on your team before any of this come to pass. Now, it never did come out. It never did. I never saw it. But Scott did call her with that. So that's what it was. So I presented that, and Contessa was like, what? And Quad said, yes, that did.
Now, you see, like, this happened years ago, like right when the last time that they filmed. So what would that be, 2 years ago? Because Dr. Scott and Contessa weren't on last season. So what, let's say 2 years ago. So allegedly Dr. Scott called Quad because people had some receipts of him being allegedly seen in at a hotel with another woman. And he wanted Quad's help with, or guidance, I guess, to know how to stop the receipts from coming out. And he see how Dr. Heavenly just said it never came out, not that I've seen. Why are you bringing this up now? Even if people are asking her in her Patreon and questions, why are you bringing this up now? Is my question. And just like one of the commenters say, didn't you agree at the reunion to not speak on this woman's marriage anymore? Man, Contessa should send her a cease and desist letter. Jamie Tyler from Love and Marriage DC says, so sick of the BS, shaking my head. Leave them people alone. Somebody said, when is Damon going to lead and tell her enough is enough? At the end of the day, we can say Damon should tell her this, Damon should tell her that. People are grown and can do what they want to do. Some people have said, well, he has told her, he has. But she continues to do what she wants to do. And at the end of the day, people look at the small piece of Damon that he's given us every time we've seen him. Well, not every time, because I do have some thoughts about like him and Dr. G and the reunion and all that. But so we think we know who Damon is, but we don't really know who that man is. He could be with the ish just like she is. That's all I'm saying. So y'all let me know what y'all think. Like her bringing this up. Now, I do want to know, why would Scott call Quad? Out of anybody on those casts, I don't think I would call Heavenly Quad. I'd like Toya, but Toya, like nobody. How about that? But maybe he thought that she had a relationship with bloggers and could. That might be because Quad said, allegedly, I don't know that particular blogger. So maybe he knows that she has a relationship somehow with bloggers, maybe. And that's why he called, because what other reason? Child, this is messy. And then the last thing, Miss Kelli. Do y'all remember? Now I'm going to tell my age. I ain't even going to. Remember Cheers? Was it Cheers? And oh my gosh, what's his name on Cheers? Woody Harrelson in real life. I can't think of his name on Cheers. And he would say, Kelli, 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 Kelly. I don't know why that came to me. If you don't know what I'm talking about, because I'm probably older than you, or you didn't watch Cheers, ignore it. But anyway, Miss Kelli has come to the front. So Kelli posted some pics on Instagram. Now, remember, she wore this outfit. We're going to go through and look at all of them. Matter of fact, let's look at all of them. So this is her. She went to go see Kenya at her spa. I tried my best to be the friend that I would want somebody to be to me. So she's showing the pictures of herself. Then she shows all of them together. I thought this was such a cute scene. And then she posted this. Defending somebody and then experiencing why nobody likes them is so humbling. With the skull emoji. I feel like she's talking about Britt, because you know her and Britt don't see it for each other. She don't care for Britt. None of that. I wonder, with as much press as everybody's doing, why Britt is not doing press. Do y'all think that the network doesn't want her to speak out just yet? Especially now, mind you, she hasn't done any press before this episode. Why hasn't she done press, or why wasn't she on Watch What Happens Live last night? I would think last night, if Kenya wasn't going to be on, at least Britt would have been on. Do y'all think it's because we've confirmed that she did, in fact, use the GUN word twice, mention her pistol, and Bravo knows those questions will be thrown at her and they don't think she's media trained enough to answer them. Because why hasn't she been doing press? It was Cynthia on there last night. Girl, Cynthia is a friend of. I don't know. Y'all let me know. I think that's funny that we know Kelly's talking about Brit. I'm ready to see why they fell out. What happened? Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think about Brit's post. I mean, Kelly's post. Y'all think she's talking about Brit? I do. Let me know what y'all think about Dr. Heavenly bringing up Dr. Scott and Contessa, and then Dr. Scott being in a hotel room and calling Quad to make sure to see if she could help with it not getting out. Do y'all think Mia really moved to Atlanta? Ciao, bye. And Cassie is testifying. All right, y'all. Talk to you later. See ya. Drink some water and eat at least one piece of fruit. Bye, y'all. I mean, not bye. See you later. Child. My grandma always said, you say bye, not see you later. I mean, yeah. Her grandma always said, say see you later. You don't say bye.